Hello viewers, welcome to My Deck Tech. So, this isn't going to be particularly complicated. This is not a complicated deck. I wasn't 100% sure what to draft initially, however, I was presented with quite an interesting pack 1. In the first pack, we had an Eldrazi Temple, Kozilek's Predator, Palaka Worm, and Ulug's all in the same pack, viewers. I basically had it thrust in front of me. And yeah, so first pick was the Palaka Worm, then Ulamog's Crusher wheeled, and the Eldrazi Temple wheeled, and so did the Kozilek's Predator. So those of you who watch the show, those of you who know me personally, will realise that I love Eldrazi. So even though that was pack 1, pick 1, I thought, well, who knows, I might get lucky. Ulamog's Crusher is a common. We've still got a few more packs. The others might have Ulamog's Crushers in their packs. I know there are different rarities of common, but there's every chance that another one will wheel round. So I thought, well, screw it, we'll go for it. We might even get a Titan if we're lucky, but alas, it was not to be. Anyways, so, yeah, this deck is pretty simple. It is pretty standard ramp. We're 9 forests, we have 4 islands. We have an Evolving Wilds, we have an Eldrazi Temple. We even have a Boros Guildgate. The thinking behind that is that it's basically tap to add 2 colourless mana in this deck, which is fine. Obviously I'm not going to keep it if it comes in an early hand, unless the early hand is amazing. But yeah, it could be very solid indeed. The idea is very simple. I will play my Kozilek's Predators, my Nested Invaders, my Warframe board, my Rampant Growth in this case, early, maybe the Selesnya Guildmage, and I will use these in order to stay alive. Hopefully not presenting too much target, because my big threat here is, viewers, that I will be perceived to be dangerous when I'm not. These are my late game threats, I mean, to a limited extent, the Air Servant and the Ether Snipe also are. But, if they get killed, which, I mean, Palaka Worm is okay, because 7 life plus draw a card if it dies, that's pretty solid. But, if it dies, well, you only get to draw a card. I mean, you probably haven't replaced it. Yes, I'm in trouble if those get destroyed. But, we'll see. Hopefully, Tom and Edge will wail on each other. And it'll be fine. The one last thing I would like to talk about, viewers, is the Creekwood Liege. Now you'll see in the draft that that I passed a somewhat valuable card to Edge. It will be revealed later, and yeah, this was the other choice. It's 1 colourless and 3 Golgari. Which is green or black, for those of you who don't know. And it says on it, it's a 2/2, it says on it, other black creatures you control get +1/+1, other green creatures you control get +1/+1. So in this case it'll be mostly green, but I'm thinking, well, that plus this would be seriously green. That's the Palaka Worm, would be an 8/8 with trample with this. And it says, the beginning of your upkeep, you may put a green worm creature, a 1/1 black-green worm creature token onto the battlefield. So I'm thinking you play this, leave it down there, and it just gradually gets more and more blockers. So, I mean, there is some survivability, I mean, this Northscape Coatl could get bigger, there is definitely some redundancy here, and some ways of surviving, some token generation. And there's also stuff like the pack here, which, the Garland pack? I don't know. Anyway, there's stuff like this guy who has multi-kicker, and obviously I can get +1/+1 counters on him for each time he's kicked, which is good. Yeah, I've got a Mer. I was half thinking of going into artifacts, but he works just fine as just standard ramp. Yeah, that's it. Evolving Wilds for the fixing, got that pretty late. Yeah, this deck should work. I'm not. I think I'll be alright in terms of fixing and in terms of costing and all the rest of it. I've only ever drafted on 3 PP, so I'm no expert, The closest thing I've done to a draft is a pack war or pre-release, which are not the same thing. So yes, so you know, I'm not a brilliant drafter. I will admit that. So all you spikes are there. I'm very sorry. And the other thing to be aware of is that this is 3-player, and so who knows? You know, you lose in 3-player because 2 people decided to go for you. And yeah, we'll see. I'm a little bit worried about flyers. That could be a problem if I suspect Tom's probably drafting spirits, or they might not be. But yeah, we will just have to see how it goes, viewers. Yeah, it's anyone's guess to say. This should work. Like, I'd have to get a pretty poor starting hand for this to be a serious issue. Anyway, we'll just have to see. Maybe my threats might come up. That's not come up. That's the other thing. But yeah, we will see. And yes, you will see that later.